Hey, it's Miss Kathy from the Maumelle branch of the Central Arkansas Library System, and this week we are keeping with our theme of Imagine Your Story. It's part of our summer reading club. If you're interested in joining that for some ideas of what to read or setting some reading challenges or trying for some prizes, you can go to our website, cals.org, and you can click on events, and then you can go to Summer Reading Club 2020, and you should probably ask a grown-up for help with that before you do that. This week we're going to talk about castles, and I wondered, have you ever made a castle before? You did? Oh, how did you make it? Maybe you thought it in your mind, in your imagination? Or did you have some blocks? Or draw a picture of it? Okay, well, we have 3 different ways you can make castles this week, and you can make any of them, or none of them, or some of them, or maybe you have your own ideas of how you would like to make a castle. After you make some castles, if you want to, you can ask your grown-up for permission to help share them on the comment section of our Facebook page. And I wanted to let you know that if you need any of the supplies, we have curbside pickup bags, and you can just call us or have your grown-up call us, and then we'll get you everything that you need to make your own castle. This is one way you can make a castle out of a cardboard box. I found a pretty decent sized box here, like big enough that a small child could fit in it, but you can make it any size. And if this kind of cardboard is too difficult to cut, then I'll show you some alternatives to cutting it. What I did first was found a way to cut the turrets out. Well, actually first, what I did was tore off the top flaps all the way around to make it easier to cut. But if you didn't want to mess with that, you could fold them down on each side and you wouldn't have to cut it. And next, I drew on the turrets and cut them out. But if you don't want to cut it out, then you could just draw them on, or your kids could actually. And so what I did was just took the box cutter, which is only for grown-ups, not for kids. Cut it that way, 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 that way. And I did that all the way around. And like I said, if you don't want to mess with cutting, then don't. They can glue shapes of paper on there. They can draw with markers or crayons. They can cut things out themselves and stick them on there, decorate it with stickers. If you want to be extra fancy, your kids could have a drawbridge in their castle. So you just take a pencil or a Sharpie and draw a rainbow shape. And then you get a box cutter and cut that and fold it out. But this time, remember, don't cut the bottom because you want it to be able to go up and down like that. And if you want it to be extra fancy, you can get a piece of rope or string or yarn, and you can poke it. I poked 2 holes here, one here, one here, right there, right there. And poke it through with a pencil or pen or something. And then by doing that, you can make it so the kid can reach their hand inside and pull the drawbridge up and down like that. If you want to, you can add windows. If you cut them partially with a box cutter, they can open and shut. Or you can draw them, or you can cut them all the way out. It's really up to you. And that is just one way that you can make a castle out of a cardboard box.
Here's another way to make a castle if you don't have a big cardboard box. Well, you could ask your grown-ups to look through your recycling bin, and I bet you would find a lot of materials to build blocks with or castles. I found a shoebox. This could be a good tower or a good telescope. Oh. This could be a door that goes this way, or a drawbridge. Let's see. If we put that like that, and I found some pretty empty boxes this way, so you could go that way. And if you had toys to go inside, they could go in there. It could be a bed for somebody. It could be a tower this way. There's another one. This one you could go this way, and look, it even has a little window you can see through. You could put that up there. Ooh, here's something good. It's a cup carrier, and it kind of looks like sandcastle, doesn't it? I don't know if it'll balance. Maybe. Whoa! You could see how high you could balance things. You could put towers on, like paper towel rolls or clean empty toilet tissue rolls. And if you want it to stay like this, you can, because it would be really fun to play with blocks and just knock it down like that. If you liked how it was, then you could fasten it together with tape or glue, or you could ask your grown-up to help you find a way to maybe staple it together. And that's another way to make a castle out of cardboard. Today I wanted to show you how to make a castle that you can cut and color with some little doors and windows that open and shut. I'm going to kind of take the easy way for this demonstration. Yours is probably printed on cardstock, but I'm just going to do copy paper. When you print it on cardstock, a grown-up's going to have to use an X-Acto knife or a box cutter to cut the windows partly open. If you don't want to mess with that at all, then I'll show you another way. You don't have to cut the windows and doors open at all. That's okay too. Okay, so grown-ups, what you're going to have to do is cut but only cut 3 sides of each place, because you want it to be able to open and shut like that. Oh. And we'll do one more. We'll do the door. Okay, there you go. So I have the pet door, a window, and a people door. And but you could do all of them if you want. You could do none of them if you want. The next part is also a little tricky. You need to temporarily shut them. And you're going to get your glue or glue stick and glue everywhere except for where you cut out the doors and window. That way. Okay, then you get a plain piece of cardstock or copier paper. Okay, and that's going to go right behind it. And then you need to cut out along the outside. You need to cut through both pieces. Okay. And they also gave us a way to make a little flag. So depending on your kid, you could let them do the rest of it, or you can keep helping them. Okay, also, if you want to have a turret like this, you can cut out all these little pieces, but you don't have to. Okay, I'll show you part way. Okay, so it's going to go together that way. And then you can have your kiddo color in all the windows and doors. And you can give them markers or crayons. It says this castle belongs to, this one's mine. And then if you want to, you can have your kid draw themselves in here. Oh, there they are. Maybe they have a magic wand. There they go. And then here's a little pet house. So here's our dog's house. Put a little dog in there, or cat, or parakeet, whatever you want. Doing the windows. And then if you didn't want to cut out all the windows and doors, then you can just draw right over the top of it. And that way you won't have to mess with all the box cutting. So, oh, here's somebody peeking out through the window here. Let's see, maybe it's another royal person there. Okay. And after everything is colored, here, well, then you can take some glue or tape or staples. It's going to stand up like that. If you want to be extra, you can make a little flag. Get a little toothpick. Fold it over like that. Tape it inside there. Okay. Alright, so this is the one we worked on today, and this is the one that took me a little longer. That's cardstock. Okay, so you see, here's me. It's my castle. This castle belongs to Kathy. When you open the door, up there I am, Queen of the Castle. Let's see, who's in the doghouse? So it says Scout is. There he is. Who else is living in our castle? A peacock, a knight in shining armor, a frog in a top hat, Mr. Narwhal, and a unicorn. And then we are living in the Kingdom of Happy Town, so that's our flag there. And that is how you make a paper castle.